Hey you guys, what's going on? Welcome back to more esports talk. A lot of killer stories today. They will be, as per usual, timestamped down below. First of which we could have seen this past weekend. Road to Rio Europe did actually wrap up with a lot of different storylines and what could be, I believe, is probably, even though with a map advantage, the fastest best of 5 grand finals we have ever seen. That being Astralis taking down G2. G0-3 has now become a permanent thing across multiple esports out there as the jokes and the banter went back and forth between G2 and Astralis. Nonetheless, no shame or no harm, no foul, I should say, towards G2. A great finishing and great placement when it comes time for the points. Very quickly though, before we touch more on that, guys, even a team like North, first off facing the punishment when it comes time for, unfortunately, having to use a substitute player. Even though it was their coach Jumpy in place of Kjaerbye, they had that slight 20% reduction on the points they took away. They still did quite well, but the first team out there we have seen really harmed by unfortunate circumstances, which I do think hopefully those rules will change a little bit here in the future. I'm sure they will. Obviously, a team like North having to use a coach already at a disadvantage, and then even after all that 20% reduction on their points, it's just a sucky thing to see. Speaking of which, Kjaerbye, in a very disturbing statement, I think really fully lets us all know, of course, when it comes time for strenuous schedules, of course, strenuous lifestyle in general, when it comes time for being a professional player out there, what that can do to your body. He took to Twitter this past week as to exactly why he as well will be taking an extensive break from Counter-Strike. It's a real reminder out there. We have seen the get rights, the devices, ironically enough, when it comes time for Astralis having these issues, keep up with travel and a strenuous Counter-Strike schedule, and now they're signing half of Daneland to come play for them and keep these guys rested. It's really sucky to see a guy like Kjaerbye now undergoing the same exact thing. As he states, hey guys, over the last couple of months, I've experienced abdominal pains, breathing problems, and chest cramps in such manner that I have had problems playing the game I love on the highest level. I've come to a point where I need to listen to my body and give it time to recover fully. I don't know when I will be back on the server, but I do know that I need a break. I want to thank my family, fans, and North team and management for support and understanding. And so that's just crazy to see, right? Obviously, hope for a speedy recovery, but it does just remind you exactly why a guy like Alex from Vitality, you know, when you travel 200 days a year, or Zonic from Astralis, again, you understand what these guys go through, what kind of toll that can take. We can't understand that. So best of luck to Kjaerbye. Now, speaking of which, alma mater back on Astralis. Yes, I do believe even with the map advantage, this is officially, guys, the fastest best of 5 grand final we have ever seen. Coming from upper bracket, Astralis got the 1 map advantage. I think that's probably a talking point for the future coming soon on this channel, alongside some other things which are going to be very debatable. There are so many rule changes and possible big changes coming to CSGO in the next couple of weeks, if not months. It's going to be a crazy, crazy time. So what do you guys think about the map advantage? Either way, I think Astralis was clearly the better team here when it came down to it. Within 90 minutes, a best of 5 grand final was said and done and out the window. 16-2, 16-6 plus the 1 map freebie means Astralis 3-0, and Astralis, out of nowhere, like usual, they're just like, hey, we want to be the best in the world this weekend, blah, 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 here we go. So pretty crazy in that stuff, guys. Along with that, our last story today, that's going to be the return of Yet Again. I feel like I've broken this down time and time again when it comes time for the Polish scene, which has certainly been a roller coaster ride, not only for these two individuals, but a lot of the Polish teams out there have certainly been up and down, especially when it comes time for finding sponsors and someone to pay these guys. It is now TaZ and Neo officially back on the same roster, reunited with Team Honoris, already finding Red Bull as a sponsor, which I don't want to get too angry right now. I'm just saying, the last time I asked Red Bull to maybe, you know, reach out, send me a can, they sent me the Amazon link to buy the can instead. So it really baffles me how these guys can just come out of nowhere and return and all of a sudden make a team that's sponsored by Red Bull. But hey, you know, it is what it is. They are now back with other Polish members around at the roster as well. I don't know exactly what to say on this, right? The last time these guys played together, TaZ was benched, obviously, and then everyone eventually from the Virtus Plow went their own individual ways. TaZ spent his time up and down with some rosters, you know, Black Devils, formerly Kingwin, trying to find sponsors here and there, and his last project ended you know, in a bit of a tailwind with, again, not being able to be paid. You were wondering where these guys are. They are now back together with a Polish mix, which I'm going to be honest, I have no idea what to expect from them. And it's definitely anticlimactic from what I would have said a few years back about these guys. I wish them the best of luck. Can they reach the top of Poland? I would say it's possible. Can they reach some sort of top ranking in the world? Entirely separate debate. We'll see how these guys progress. I will not be giving too much expectation to the roster right now, but congratulations. Finally, they are being paid. Got to respect that, right? Get the bag as per usual. Until next time, though, hope you guys all enjoy. Crazy stories do continue across the board for esports. Until next time, take care, all right? Hydrate. Stay hydrated. It's getting hot out there in a lot of places around the world. Until next time, take care. Ta-ta.